Neste vídeo de hoje vamos trazer aqui, gente, uma entrevista muito interessante de ninguém menos do que Khaldun Al-Mubarak. Ele é presidente do Manchester City e CEO do fundo Mubadala. Ele vai falar sobre muita coisa e principalmente esse trecho que ele vai trazer. Ele vai destacar o Grupo City, os clubes e os projetos e todas as perspectivas, análises e futuro, claro, do conglomerado. Isso e muito mais em mais um vídeo aqui do canal Bara Bahia. Vem com a gente. Fala, nação Tricolor, um bom dia para vocês que seguem a gente aqui no canal Bara Bahia e hoje mais um Plantando Bara, mas antes disso eu vou trazer para você, claro, o cupom BARA10 para você garantir mais 10% de desconto em produtos vendidos e entregues pela Centauro que você comprou no site ou pelo aplicativo. Uma opção bem legal tá aqui, gente, porque você soma os descontos, desconto do site tá aqui em 39% de desconto nesse tênis da ASICS Gel Quimera masculino, exatamente nessa cor, gente, então prestem atenção se é vendido e entregue pela Centauro, quando você escolher a cor e a numeração, e o valor final somando os descontos tá aqui, vai para 377,99, o valor original é 649,99, quase metade do preço. Você clica no link fixado no primeiro comentário também na descrição do vídeo e corre para garantir essa oferta que tá vendo aí. São últimas unidades. Nós vamos aqui para o assunto de hoje, gente, e a gente vai trazer, como dito aqui no início, uma entrevista muito interessante de Khaldun Mubarak, é uma das referências em gestão dentro do Grupo City, é o presidente do Manchester City, e ele sempre, ao final de cada temporada europeia, ele dá entrevista longa, e vamos trazer esse trecho aqui, onde ele cita justamente os clubes que pertencem ao Grupo City, e traz perspectiva bem interessante, é uma entrevista realmente bacana, porque mostra a capacidade de análise, a perspectiva futura, e inclusive a sustentabilidade, a projeção, e a capacidade financeira, econômica, o poder, inclusive, do próprio Grupo City. Se fala de Grupo City, a gente não pode perder de vista, afinal de contas, é quem detém a SAF do Bahia, e o sucesso do Grupo City, evidentemente, consequentemente, é o sucesso do nosso Tricolor de Aço. Vamos trazer aqui, gente, esse trecho bem legal, preste atenção, tá com a tradução, e aí com a tradução vocês vão lendo na tela para entender exatamente o que foi dito, porque a entrevista é realmente bem bacana e que nos traz aí uma perspectiva realmente que empolga sim, porque em médio prazo a gente só imagina o Bahia em um patamar diferenciado. Tá aqui, ó.
I'll talk to you about multi-club ownership just a little bit later, but first of all, can we just look at some of the other achievements? Melbourne women won a third title. The men made the playoffs. Mumbai won the Indian Super League playoffs for the second time in 3 years. I mean, there's so many of them. I have to write them all down. Montevideo made the Uruguayan Cup final. Yokohama made the Asian Champions League final, and Shenzhen lifted the China League One. I mean, that's quite a list of success, isn't it?
The model works. The model works. We have a great system. We have a great management team. We have great clubs as part of the group. And I think from our perspective, City Football Group is no longer a test of viability. It's now a fully functional operating sports and entertainment machine that continues to grow from strength to strength and is sought after to be partnered from everywhere, east, west, north, south. I mean, this is where we are today. We are a premier. We are pioneers in what we've achieved, and I'm delighted for the group and our shareholders.
Not all plain sailing, though. I mean,
Of course.
Lommel and Palermo didn't win promotion, and Troyes in France, you had to deal with some backlash from the fans.
Yes, of course. I mean, listen, when you have a big group like ours, to be able to be successful in every single one of the teams every season is virtually impossible. You're going to have challenges here and there every year, and it's not about the challenge; it's about how you respond to the challenge. Of course, we will look back at Troyes, and there's many lessons learned in this. We have a lot to think about today, but what we do know, is we're going to fix it. We're going to fix it. We know how to fix it. We know how to put the right resources behind it. Troyes will come back, and I have no doubt about that. Lommel the same, and Palermo both, ended the seasons close to being promoted, but weren't able to cross that line. Disappointed for sure for the clubs and their fans, but we know what to do. I think what I say is to those fans is we know what to do. You've seen us do it all over the world. We will figure it out. We will focus because we don't like to lose and we don't like to fail.
Just move on finally to business. Since we last chatted, there's been a bumper financial period for City. Reported record revenues, I think, and I've written it down again, 712 million, 80 million pounds in profit, double the previous year. How pleased are you with that, and how sustainable is that growth?
I'm very pleased. I'm very pleased with the results. These results are very sustainable because we have now a very clear foundation that's been built over many years. We have a financial and economic machine. As long as we keep managing well and being prudent, that growth in terms of revenue, in terms of profitability, I think we're on a trajectory that's been there for years now and continues to go from strength to strength.
Those revenues and profits are not taken away anywhere. They're being ploughed back and more into the business, into infrastructure, into facilities, into players. How do you see that progressing? Is that
Since day one, Sheikh Mansour, as the largest shareholder of the group, has been very focused on growth and value appreciation. And in doing so, every pound of profit has stayed within the group to support growth and development. The result of it is we always are investing. We're always investing. We're investing in infrastructure. We're investing in the development of these clubs. We're buying new teams. We continue to grow and grow.
And in Manchester in particular, CFG are a significant shareholder in Co-op Live. What was the thinking behind getting involved in that part of business?
It's part of that strategy of investing in Manchester, from continuing to invest in that entire ecosystem around the Etihad, from the CFA to obviously Man Life, Manchester Life, to now the Co-op, the expansion of the Etihad Stadium, that entire entertainment district that we're developing. We continue to reinvest. And what that does, we're creating value for the group. We're creating jobs for the community. We're creating profit, because these are all very successful initiatives and investments. The Co-op is, I think, a superb opportunity in which we saw a very clear demand for live entertainment in Manchester and in England. We found a great partner. We invested in building, arguably, in my opinion, the best arena in all of Europe. State-of-the-art infrastructure. It's going to transform, there's no doubt in my mind, life in Manchester by providing an arena with constant entertainment at the highest quality of excellence in terms of delivery for our customers, our clients, our visitors to the arena. It is undoubtedly, whoever's not been there, I can tell you, you go there, it's an absolute game changer in terms of the technology used, in terms of the sound systems that are there, in terms of the entertainment, the facilities within the arena. An absolute game changer for Manchester and for the entire region, and frankly for England and Europe.
Of course, whilst you continue to invest for the fans, the cost of attending games for fans continues to rise. Is this something under discussion at the highest level at City?
I'm glad you asked that, Chris, because this is a very delicate issue for sure. I appreciate the feelings of our fans when it comes to a very important aspect, which is the price of a ticket. And this is, I want to try to explain this, a very difficult balance that we have to, there's always that tension between investing and growing and meeting more demand and being sustainable and financially viable, and at the same time taking care of our core fan base and making sure they have affordable tickets and they'll continue to enjoy their football in the way they've always had. And we need to find ways to generate capital and revenue. And by the way, every pound coming out from that revenue has been reinvested in the team and continues to reinvest in the team. So we have to, again, carefully tread, talking very closely, obviously, to our fan base to make sure that we're able to strike that balance in an appropriate way. So it's a balance. And I recognize some of our fans obviously are not satisfied on the pricing side of it. We have to find solutions for them. That is our job. We have to work this out, but we also have to grow, and we have to find the right commercial avenues for the club to continue to grow and to generate revenue, which inevitably then comes back to support the team and support the success that you've seen and that you will continue to see.
You've had a lot of high-profile departures from behind the scenes in the past 12 months. How does that make you feel?
Frankly,
Yeah,
proud. It tells you we are very good at what we do at every level. When you see, and I use the word graduates, be it players at the academy level, be it players at the first team level, leave and go and have successful careers, to coaching staff, medical staff, physios, to senior executives that are being sought after from the best teams in the world. I think, if anything, that's a testament that we're on the right track. It confirms, A, that we're doing it right, B, the people see that we have a system, that we have great leadership, that we have great management, and a system that continues to produce talent at every level, in every aspect of the business of football, from coaching to playing to managing. You know, when you look at people, I mean, they get an offer for a great job at another club. I think, you know, of course, you understand it's natural. People will take other challenges. But I think one thing that I will hopefully always feel is that when they leave with appreciation to the time they spent at the club. They leave with respect for how this club has helped them in their careers. And they'll always have, I think, a positive memory of the time we spent. We stay friends. I think that's important. So, you know, I understand it. Of course, we're going to defend, and the people that we want to keep, we will do everything we can to keep. And, you know, sometimes we can't win them all, but it's the natural evolution.
I mean, we started this chat on a high note, a happy note, winning 4 in a row. I think we got to end it on a sad note, but happy in a certain sense. And there's this little statue there. I've been looking at it throughout this interview. We lost Francis Lee during the year, and we unveiled a statue to City's Holy Trinity, as it were, Belleley and Somerby. How pleased have you been with the reception, or how warmed have you been by the reception to the statue, and how important is that connection with the past?
It's so important. I mean, this is the history of this club. It's a rich history. It's these 3, you know, incredible players, but not just players, incredible people, and their contributions to this club and the history of that. So important to never forget that. And I think having this project come from concept idea to actually now being built, and then seeing how the people, the fans, have responded to this has been wonderful. You know, Sheikh Mansour wanted to make sure that he supports the history of the club, and that it's a gift to the people of Manchester, to the fans of Manchester City, to the families of these 3 special individuals, and a constant reminder that this is a club with a rich history, and that we are custodians of this history, and that what we do in every aspect of our running of this club is in the best interest of everyone involved in this club in the city of Manchester. Francis, I had the pleasure of meeting him many times and seeing him over the years. I think his loss is tremendous, but hopefully this is a way for us all to remember Francis Lee and his greatness.
Tá aí, né, gente? Muito bacana, muito interessante essa entrevista. Considero muito completa. Uma entrevista que representa tudo do que a gente já viu de discurso e de prática que está se construindo dentro do Bahia. É uma entrevista que deixa a gente empolgado, porque a gente vê a estruturação, a seriedade do projeto, o alinhamento do projeto. Ele fala até de ingresso, é um debate que vamos ter aqui também, bem interessante, esse tipo de sensibilidade, o respeito à história, e traz esses 3 ex-jogadores do Manchester City. Traz também algo importante, que é com relação ao crescimento sustentável. Ele fala que o que é conquistado financeiramente é reinvestido no clube, isso é muito interessante. E fala da ambição, e para além da ambição, ele fala também com segurança de que eles sabem o caminho, o objetivo é crescer sempre, e que tem esse império aí financeiro e de esportivo mundo afora. Muito interessante. É que o Mubarak é referência aí, um dos gestores do Grupo City, presidente do Manchester City e CEO do fundo Mubadala. Então tá tudo imbricado, como se diz, e o Bahia, sem sombra de dúvidas, cada vez mais vai se valer de todas as vantagens de pertencer ao mais importante grupo de futebol do mundo. É um privilégio para a gente está começando a ver a história ser construída, e eu não tenho nenhuma dúvida, já falei sobre isso algumas vezes. Claro, percalços, vez e outra vão acontecer, mas a gente está invertendo a balança para ter uma balança muito mais positiva do que negativa, e os frutos vão ser colhidos, já estão sendo colhidos, e a gente, em curto, médio e longo prazo, vai ter aquele Bahia que a gente sempre sonhou. É isso, gente. Se você gostou, deixa seu like, se inscreva no canal, compartilha com geral, ajuda a gente agora a chegar a 70 mil, aproveita a promoção da Central. Eu trouxe agora aí um vídeo diferente, um pouco mais dos vídeos que a gente tem trazido, mas para trazer aí, que eu acho muito interessante, para a gente refletir a respeito do Grupo City com o nosso Bahia. Tamo junto, saudações de colores e até a próxima.